Hey, what's up? It's your boy Puffinstein, aka Spank Dog, at YouTube. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Click the notification for when I upload videos and I go live. All right, so let's get into it. All right. Yeah, I found some videos that I wanted to share with you guys because sometimes we don't put our minds on being kind and peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think having a good heart is the most important thing in the world. So right now I'm gonna show you some heartwarming stuff. Even though it's getting close to Halloween, doesn't mean we can't show some good stuff, right? All right, let's get right into it. Let me make sure that I added it too, because that's one thing that I forget to add the other thing to the stage. Bow. Now we should be good. Let's get it, people.
These were some of our most popular stories of 2023.
What's up, man?
Hi.
In July, a Texas homeowner had an unexpected visitor.
I just wanted to see if you knew any kids around like 11 or 12 maybe, because I need some friends, like really bad.
The homeowner mentioned other kids in the neighborhood.
Well, they're not my friends anymore because they're bullies to me.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, man.
I'm just wondering though. Do you have any kids?
Yeah, she's 2 years old though, man.
Oh, okay, that's great. Because I love 2-year-olds. To be honest.
Cool, man. If I see you around, I'll tell you hi.
Okay.
All right, man.
See now, like the way he came off. First of all, he's super polite. Second of all, you know that they're outcasting him because he doesn't seem any different than any other child, and he might be a little too kind. And when kids are adolescents, or sometimes when they're going into adolescence, they could be mean. So then when the homeowner says, nah, like, I got a 2-year-old, he's not your age, and he goes, oh, but I love kids. Like, the kid at that age, he don't understand that that's like a little inappropriate. The homeowner handled it like a champion. He said, oh, so maybe I'll see you around, one day. And the kid, understood. The kid is just bored. He probably wanted to hang out with the homeowner because the homeowner was being nice to him. He probably just finished getting treated, crappy, and it's crazy because I used to be a little chubby kid too when I was his age, and I used to stand up for myself a lot because of just because of being overweight, you know what I mean? But God bless him, man, and watch what happens.
You have a good day.
Brennan Ray and his wife Angel shared the video.
I think everybody could feel it. He's begging for someone. He's calling out for some help.
We were both getting emotional over it, and we're like, we need to do something about this.
Shaden's mom, Krishna, spoke to Les Trent.
I was just scared that Shaden would be a victim of more bullying. But when I saw all the love and affection, it was awe-inspiring and beautiful.
That's exactly what I would have been worried about when they posted the video, that it would have, instead of did a good thing, had a positive effect. It would have had a negative effect. And, kids that are mean would have been like, you went on the internet and told, and it's not always like that. Look how it turned out.
Beautiful. And the two people who created this video have the biggest heart of gold.
Have you made new friends now because of this video?
Oh, yeah.
It's popular now.
How's that make you feel?
My confidence has gone through the roof.
In June, this mother threw her 5-year-old daughter.
Let me tell you something, man. I went from the unpopular kid to one of the most popular kids in the neighborhood, and I don't even care about popular. Like, that term just rolling off my lips sounds like weird, like the popular kid. But I went from like not being unpopular, but just the overweight thing gives you like low self-esteem, you know. And I got the weight off. I became athletic, and then like I said, you be with you know, like I said, you know, and then if you stand up for yourself, you know, you get respect. And yeah, you know, I went from being the little fat kid to you know, to a well respected person going into high school, and you know, becoming a young man and stuff, you know. This is a good one too. I like this one, the one that's coming up.
Confidence has gone through the roof.
In June, this mother threw her 5-year-old daughter Willa a birthday party, but her classmates never showed up. She explained to Anne Mercogliano.
I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, did I get the time wrong? She was just sitting there. My heart broke. She was sitting there waiting for her friends to arrive. And I didn't know.
Even when I talk to all my friends from back in the days about getting together, like I feel like her. No, I'm just playing. But and ain't nothing wrong with feeling like her. Look at what, you know, well, watch what's about to happen. But it's never too late, man. We gotta get together and talk. But I mean, you know, for the people that I really was tight with, like that, like, you know, I'm not really naming anybody in particular, and ain't nobody like that should feel bad or nothing like that. But I got brothers that we haven't talked in a minute, and that's not okay. You know, we're not promised tomorrow. I want to see my brother before, God forbid, anything happens. You know, so we'll leave it at that note. Let's keep it positive. Watch what happens.
What to do.
Not a single friend showed up to the birthday party, even though a bunch of them had RSVP'd that they'd attend. Little Willa was heartbroken and her mom was beside herself. But then she had an idea.
And it takes guts for what her mother's about to do right now.
That saved the day.
And I just sort of sent a bat signal, so to speak, to my local community.
She posted, "If anyone has young kids and looking for something to do right now, no one showed up to my daughter's birthday party. It's her first and likely last party. We'd love to celebrate with you."
And when I tell you that within 15 minutes of making that post, people started to arrive, families started to arrive for her birthday party. It was the most incredible show of neighborly love and community. And they were arriving with presents in hand. It was like, I couldn't believe it.
Wow. From zero.
Because when I was giving birth, my teeth used to come out themselves. Because I was told that I didn't have enough iron and calcium.
Well, I was gonna say, from zero people attending to that big bunch of people there, that was awesome. Especially for a 5-year-old little girl. Like I always say, children are the light on this planet. You know, they're like the sunshine on earth. You know what I'm saying? And definitely, you know, you gotta protect and if you got to, if something, God forbid, is happening while yeah, out there, you know, I walk around with my lady or whatever, God forbid, but you gotta help the kids, especially a 5-year-old little girl, you know what I mean? You know, you gotta be willing to risk your neck for that little girl, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that everybody showed up like they did. That was amazing. And for the moms to have the guts to go say it, and it turned out because of that, because of what she did. That's crazy. I didn't see this one, so some of them I only seen the first two. Now we're entering the realm where I don't know what's gonna happen.
In April, 7th grader Dylan Reeves was praised for his heroic actions on a school bus. It all started when the bus driver began feeling faint. She fanned herself with her hat, then called headquarters. Before she could pull over, she lost consciousness. That's when Dylan jumped into action. He ran forward, grabbed the wheel, and stopped the bus with 60 students.
Look how calm he is.
You can see how calm Dylan was the whole time.
What a leader.
Afterward, he got the hero's treatment.
I am so proud of Dylan.
The school superintendent honored Dylan at a news conference.
Definitely got to pause it there. That little man, the way he handled it, he's about his business. Like he's not ever. That's not a little kid. That's not a young man that grandstands. That is really serious what he did. There's adults that would have panicked in that situation. God bless that kid.
With this family.
To do something like this just fills my heart.
We got a little hero.
In February, a judge approved a lawyer's request to be withdrawn from the case after his client attacked him in court. Taylor Shabusiness attacked her defense attorney as he was sitting next to her. A court officer pulled her to the ground, but the defendant made it difficult for him to restrain her.
I missed that, guys.
News conference with his family.
To do something like this.
I had to do something. Oh, my son's here even for a second. Yo, Lee Boogaloo. Hold on 1 second, people. Stop the cam. Our son is here, and I think he might not be going back to sleep. I think he's ready for school. All right, people, I'm back. I had to stop it real quick. You know how it is. My son comes to get his mother. He's a mama's boy, but ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get back to it. He doesn't go to school for a while, but he fell asleep early. So he fell asleep at 8. It's already 4:30. That's 8.5 hours sleep. And I don't mean to be the whole pity party thing. Or, I don't never talk about his autism in hopes that people will be empathetic or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is he has a gene called the MTHFR gene. You could look it up. And they say that it causes sleeplessness. And there's a chance that I have it too. It could have been passed to him because I'm sleepless. Look at what time I'm doing the show. That's why too. Like I have people that watch, but it's not easy to get people to watch when it's not prime time at all. I'm a creature of the night. So, but yeah, the autism it causes sleeplessness. You know what I'm saying? And my wife is the best. We take good care of them. We know how to handle them. So hopefully she puts him back to sleep. But I said that I don't think he's going back to sleep only because how you call it, he slept 8.5 hours. That's like a record for him. You know what I mean? All right, people. So let's get it cracking. Let's get it started. All right.
It just fills my heart.
We got a little hero.
In February, a judge approved a lawyer's request to be withdrawn from the case after his client attacked him in court. Taylor Shabusiness attacked her defense attorney as he was sitting next to her. A court officer pulled her to the ground, but the defendant made it difficult for him to restrain her. The attorney said their attorney-client relationship was irretrievably broken, and Shabusiness was assigned a new public defender. In May, it was absolute terror when a passenger opened an airplane door mid-flight. 194 passengers were on board. The plane was 600 feet off the ground, minutes from landing in South.
Yo, I would have been scared. Wow, I've never been on a plane, so you already know what it is. Cause there was a stretch where I was doing pretty good. And I could have flown all over the place for quite a few years, but that's not my cup of tea. I like driving land vehicles. I heard that there's a flying taxi now in New York. That's insane. If there's really a flying taxi. So, but anyway, let's get back to what happened to the window opening on the plane.
South Korea when it happened. Les Trent explains.
Witnesses say the passenger was sitting next to the emergency door. He apparently showed no signs that anything was wrong when he suddenly removed a plastic cover, pulled a lever, and the door slid open. How is that even possible?
I think the most important thing to identify in this story is the phase of flight that this occurred in.
I stopped the cam for a second. I'm still here though.
This was at the landing of the aircraft when they are going in for their final approach. It actually is possible to open an emergency exit door. It is physically impossible to open that door when the cabin is pressurized and it's at its normal cruising altitude.
Afterward, 9 people were treated at the hospital for breathing difficulties. In July, an Amazon driver got a refreshing surprise as he made his rounds in the blazing California sun. The homeowner left a note inviting him to take a dip in the pool. If you want to go for a swim, you are welcome to. And he did. He put his phone and his keys on a table and dove in fully clothed.
That's crazy.
These are the most amazing caught on camera rescues of 2023.
You know what happens when you become very comfortable with the pause? All of your non-words and your filler words, meaning all the ums, the ahs.
In October, 7-year-old Preston popped a coin in his mouth and began choking. He ran to the bus driver.
At that moment, he had stopped talking. He was very limp. And I was just telling him, baby, breathe, I got you.
After she performed the Heimlich maneuver, out popped a quarter. Preston's mom spoke to Les Trent.
She saved my baby's life that day. She is both of our heroes. Me and Preston, we look at her as our angel.
Please don't do it again, Preston, please.
Well, I know one thing you're not going to do ever again, right?
No, sir.
No. We've had the conversation. He will not
You didn't even have
do
to
this
say it to
again,
reporter.
ever.
There he is!
It was an incredible moment in January when a family spotted their loved one stranded in the ocean.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
He'd been missing for hours, so the family launched their own rescue mission to find him.
Oh, wow. They found him floating in the ocean. That's, well, first, the kid with the quarter, thank God that the bus driver knew the Heimlich maneuver. People, get online and learn the Heimlich maneuver. You know, I already know it a little bit, and I'm just not confident that I know it 100%, but I'm about to get on after this. Or, you know, when I have a little free time earlier, oh man, I told you guys, this is his first time at school. My son hasn't been to school in a month and a week because he didn't have a para. Oh man, yeah, I told you guys, there ain't no shame in my game. I'm a good person, man. So like, I'm not ashamed to say that I am so happy that he's going to school today. And we had him a month of the summer leading into the school year. So we've had him for like 2.5 months without any help at all. And like I said, I don't know if you guys knows. Nah, of course, a lot of people don't know how this feels. So yeah, to get a little help, it feels great. And I'm definitely there. There ain't no shame in my game. People ask for help with kids that don't have special needs. I'm telling you, if you had a kid with special needs, yes, help is it's a good thing. Like yeah, we're watching the most heartwarming videos. Well, yeah, that would be a heartwarming video to get some help sometimes when the disorders, changing the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, Dylan.
Dylan Gardenmayer was spearfishing with friends off Key West.
Yeah, no airtime, just a single breath, no way to help me breathe.
He was underwater when a row current swept him along the ocean floor. When he surfaced, the boat was gone.
I was shouting for them. They couldn't hear me, and I was getting dragged further away from land.
You get this call, and it's a call you never want to get. My heart just stopped. Just couldn't even breathe.
As soon as we all got the call, we didn't even really have to discuss it. It wasn't even a question.
Yeah.
We knew we were going out there.
At one point, whenever that sun had set, this could definitely be the end.
We had his last known coordinates.
They knew where Dylan's favorite fishing spot was.
I didn't catch if he had a life jacket or anything like that. I don't know if he just stood what do they call it, treading water.
Headed there. As they approached the reef, they spotted Dylan bobbing in the water.
There he is! Ooh.
It was indescribable.
You can't describe it.
Well, as soon as we got him on the boat, I just held him tight because he was freezing, he's shaking. You keep on replaying this over and over and over again in your head. I'm telling you, it's a miracle.
I watched I Survive so many times, and there's so many of them where people get stranded at sea. They're clinging to a board. They might have a life jacket, life preserver, maybe pieces of the boat. But to be treading water with nothing, even if he had just a life jacket.
In April, a 4-week-old baby was saved by a California sheriff's detective.
Should have been the back for kids.
The officers entered the home after receiving a distress call. The baby stopped breathing, and before an ambulance could arrive, the deputies jumped into action with infant CPR.
Oh, come on.
Infant CPR, yeah, you should have been the back.
There you go. Come on, baby.
There you go.
Medical staff later determined the baby girl aspirated after vomiting. The deputies' quick action saved her life. In August, police rescued a woman who was chained to the floor of a house after neighbors heard her calls for help. At first, the two officers had trouble getting inside the house because the entire first floor was barricaded. They could hear screams coming from the second floor.
We see a ladder.
Neighbors assisted in helping the officers get to the second floor through a window, and they found the victim with a chain around her neck. The chain was secured to the floor and had to be broken. The woman was treated at the scene by EMS, and the chain was cut from around her neck. 2 days later, they arrested a suspect. In June, a guy hiking on a narrow trail in Oregon heard a faint cry for help in the distance. He raced toward the sound and found a young woman holding onto her mom who had just slipped down the trail.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. I got her by the foot.
He grabbed her other foot.
Mom, it's going to be okay.
Mom was willing to sacrifice herself, fearing she would pull her daughter over the edge.
No. You're not going anywhere.
I got you.
You got to hold on both feet.
I can't. I only have one arm.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Oh, Mom. Oh, crap.
I'm pulling you up. I'm sorry. I'm pulling you up.
Mom, let him help.
Let your feet go down. Let your feet go down.
I am.
Give me your other arm.
Thank you.
I'm going to try to get under your armpit here. Ready?
Okay.
I'm going to give you a big hoist here. 1, 2, 3.
God bless her. God bless him. God bless the girl that.
It was a dire situation. By the time I got to her, her daughter having one arm was definitely at a disadvantage to hang on to her, but she did an awesome job. I was definitely in the right place at the right time.
In February, rescuers pulled a newborn baby out from underneath earthquake rubble.
The daughter was holding on to her, and she only has one arm, the daughter, and she was keeping her mother alive. And she wasn't giving up. She kept screaming, help, help, while she's holding on to her. It looks meaning like I'm hopeless. But she kept in there, and the guy just happened to hear her, came at the nick of time. That's why you never give up hope. If she would have even a second thought to not have hope, she would have let her moms go or gave up and not known that there was somebody coming just right as she was screaming help.
In Turkey. His mother gave birth to him after the building she lived in collapsed. She died in the disaster, but rescuers saved the baby.
All right, guys, we're going to take a pause, man. Let me see something real quick. Because now that I know how to operate it better, I've been, I like to get on and hang out more on the lives. What I was going to say, yeah, man, some of those are really, really good. I'm going to come back to it, and I'm going to get to to the rest of that video probably later on. You know, I'm gonna go give my lady a hand because if the kid is awake, she probably needs some help. Well, I'm gonna say God bless everybody. You know my style. I'll be back on in a few. Stay up.